Komodo dragons, giant reptiles. Table of contents: king-size lizards, lean, mean fighting machines, hot spot, deadly predators, Komodo babies, lizard hazards, mammoth lizards, glossary. King-size lizards. Wildlife ecologist Dr. Tim Jessup is an expert on Komodo dragons. He had quite a surprise when he was starting out and saw his first wild Komodo dragon in 2002. Is it really possible for a lizard to get this large, he wondered. As he watched a huge male basking on a rock, he actually felt as though his eyes were playing tricks on him. Since then, he has observed, studied, and handled Komodo dragons enough to know that these king-size reptiles are as real as can be. Lean, mean fighting machines. Komodo dragons are built for a fight, and they have the bodies to show for it. These enormous lizards are all muscle and can overpower just about any opponent. When two males fight over a female, they stand upright, using their muscular tails for balance as they try to throw each other to the ground. Dragons have bony plates in their skin for protection from opponents' bites and scratches. Their greatest weapons, sharp, serrated teeth and huge claws, are used for killing prey as well as in battle with other dragons. A fight between two of these creatures is likely to draw blood. A younger dragon battles with a dominant male for females and for food. What makes a Komodo dragon a reptile? A Komodo dragon has rough black or yellow-gray skin with bony plates. A Komodo dragon has about 60 sharp teeth for tearing flesh. A Komodo dragon has long, curved claws. A Komodo dragon has a forked tongue. A Komodo dragon has a long tail with strong muscles. All reptiles have a backbone, have scales or bony plates, breathe with lungs. Most reptiles lay eggs, are cold-blooded. The Asian country of Indonesia is home to all wild Komodo dragons. They live on 5 of the Lesser Sunda Islands, which are located northwest of Australia and just south of the equator. These small volcanic islands have rugged hilly terrain with a mix of forests and grasslands. The climate is hot year-round with high humidity from December through February, which is the rainy season. Daytime temperatures average 91 degrees Fahrenheit and can reach 110 degrees Fahrenheit, while temperatures at night average 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Komodo dragons escape the heat of the day by resting in shallow burrows. The burrows also provide relief from the cool nighttime temperatures. Dragons may dig their own burrow or use one made by another dragon. For the most part, they are solitary animals that spend their time hunting, eating, and napping. Dragons are strong swimmers and can swim from one nearby island to another. However, most dragons stay on their home island. They often walk along beaches looking for dead fish that have washed ashore. Komodo dragons used to live in larger areas than they do now. Disappearing food and habitat have caused their range to shrink over time. The dragons on 2 of the islands, Gilamotang and Gila Dasami, are much smaller. Over time, these dragons have become smaller as a way of adapting to less food and harsher environment. They weigh an average of 44 pounds, while dragons on the other 3 islands weigh an average of 176 pounds. Komodo dragons keep cool in burrows during the day and sleep in them at night. Burrows are often barely big enough for the dragon. Deadly predators. Komodo dragons are carnivores that eat a wide variety of food. They are active predators as well as scavengers with a distinct fondness for carrion. Their main foods are deer, wild pig, and water buffalo. All of these which have been introduced to the Lesser Sunda Islands by humans. Other prey includes rats, snakes, bird eggs, and dead fish. In addition, Komodo dragons are cannibalistic, eating the young of their own kind. Scientists have determined that about 1/10 of an adult Komodo dragon's diet is young dragons. Komodo dragons may chase down prey, but a more common hunting strategy involves ambushing and then overpowering their prey. Dragons often hide along game trails, waiting, sometimes for hours, for an animal to pass by and then attack. Water buffalo, wild pig, Timor deer. Komodo dragons' prey use game trails, long established animal paths through the forest, to find food and water. Like most predators, dragons aren't usually successful in bringing down the animal they hunt. However, they often succeed in biting an animal, which then escapes. The bite usually causes death, either quickly or within a few days. The wound itself may be severe enough to cause the prey animal to bleed to death. In addition, harmful bacteria in the dragon's mouth may cause a deadly infection. Wounded prey may also die from an infection caused by standing in bacterial-laden water at watering holes. Scientists recently discovered that Komodo dragons have venom, a type of poison delivered with bites. Evidence suggests that dragon venom speeds up blood loss by preventing blood from clotting properly and also causes the animal to go into shock. More research is needed to understand the roles of venom and bacteria in causing deaths. Komodo dragons generally share kills, although mealtime is often when fights break out between dragons. If wounded, prey wander off and die. The Komodo dragon uses a convenient tool for locating it in the form of a long forked tongue. It flicks its tongue to taste the air and sample airborne molecules. Then it withdraws its tongue into its mouth and touches the two tips to a special organ on the roof of its mouth. This organ can detect odor molecules on the dragon's tongue from nearby dead animals. Messages are sent to the brain, which determines which tip, left or right, has a higher concentration of molecules. Then the dragon knows in which direction to head out in search of a meal. Dr. Jessup once watched a Komodo dragon kill and eat a water buffalo. Over time, many other dragons arrived to join in the feast. Eventually, several days later, just bones, horns, and hooves remain. Proof of these lizards' amazing appetites. Komodo babies. Female Komodo dragons use different types of nests. They may build a nest in the ground or on a hillside. They have also been known to use a mound made by a ground-dwelling bird called the orange-footed scrub fowl. Depending on their age, female dragons lay between 10 and 35 eggs at a time. Laying eggs involves a lot of energy and responsibility. During the 6 to 9 months before the eggs hatch, the female must stand guard to protect them from predators. Females sometimes build decoy chambers in their nests to trick predators, including other dragons. Females don't lay eggs every year. They recover their energy during the off years. Komodo dragon eggs measure about 4 inches long and 2 inches wide. Baby dragons are a little longer than a ruler when they hatch. Baby dragons hatch at the end of the rainy season in April, when many insects are available for food. Babies receive no care from their mother. They're on their own right away. They climb trees to stay safe from adult dragons and other predators, especially hawks and other birds of prey. Young dragons stay in the trees for 2 to 4 years. In addition to insects, they eat geckos, rodents, and birds. When they're older, they also eat leftovers from adult meals while being careful not to become the meal themselves. Male and female dragons grow at the same rate and are the same size until they reach adulthood at around age 7. Then males grow larger than females and live much longer. They can live to age 60, but females may only live about half as long. Scientists think the extra energy required to build nests and produce and guard eggs cause females to age much faster. Baby dragons are commonly green with black and yellow stripes and spots. Lizard hazard. Only 3,000 to 5,000 Komodo dragons live in the wild. Few of these are breeding females, possibly as few as 350. The conservation status of dragons is vulnerable, which means at risk of becoming endangered. Competition with humans and wild dogs for food is a threat to the survival of komodo dragons. In addition, dragons are losing their habitat to humans, and villagers may kill dragons that attack livestock. Laws protect dragons in Indonesia, and international laws prohibit their sale or trade. Still, poachers sometimes kill them. Scientists in many places are working to keep komodo dragons from becoming extinct. Indonesia established Komodo National Park in 1980 to protect these rare reptiles. Dr. Jessup, an Australian, along with scientists from Italy and Indonesia, established the Komodo Survival Program in 2007 to study wild dragons and devise ways to manage and conserve them and their natural habitat. Scientists in zoos in Europe, Indonesia, Canada, and the United States work to maintain a genetically diverse population of captive dragons. Mammoth lizards. Komodo dragons are remarkable, supersized reptiles and the largest lizards in the world. If you see one in a zoo or even in a video, you can't help but marvel at the way these giants are perfectly designed for the life they lead. They carry around the tools of their trade at all times, especially their razor-sharp teeth and long, strong claws. Watching a dragon move around, it's not hard to imagine the damage it can do when it's on the prowl for a meal or a mate. Komodo dragons are an important part of Earth's biodiversity. Dr. Jessup encourages people to do everything they can to help these amazing creatures, as well as other wild animals. Supporting conservation groups and seeking ways to find a balance between people's needs and the needs of other living things can help these enormous lizards survive.